Alright, how's it going, folks? I'm Joe Bachman, and this is Behind the Code. Tonight we are working on an update to the Big Stompy Robots apps that I created for Nick, more specifically for the Android apps right now, because I feel should be easier to implement this in the Android apps rather than trying to do the Apple ones right out the gate. But either way, I have not touched this code in probably close to a year now. So bear with me as I fumble through remembering how to code in Kotlin. So with that, let's go ahead and get this brought up here. Go through our comments real quick. We have Carl Witzman, also known as the Witzman Dude. We have Donna, Carlene, and Dawn. Good evening to all three of you. And we have greetings for Dawn from Donna. So basically what you're looking at here is with Android Kotlin, uh, there's two main types of files. You have your XML file, which is your layout, and then you have your KT or Kotlin file, which is your code that runs different variables and controls your buttons and things of that nature. So for right now, what we're going to start with is actually setting up the layout of this, and hopefully be able to get that done, and maybe some of the coding also on the back end. We'll see how long this actually takes. I do need to pull up Facebook because Nick sent me all the different things, point costs and stuff. There we are. See if I can pull up Messenger. Aha! That'll make it easier. Alright, so, that being said, let's do this, and then this, and then I can still see you guys, and I can still, maybe, there they are, read his messages. Alright, so, if I remember correctly from doing this code previously, make sure I'm in the right section. I am. Okay. From what I remember previously, I can do up to 10 items in each parent-child combination. The parent being our grid layout here, and then the children being text views and buttons and things of that nature. So, for each item, we need an ID. And we're going to call this light tank text. And then we need to confine it, so layout width. We're going to wrap the content, that way it automatically adjusts for the width and height of any particular Android device it's put on. And we do need to do a margin start. We want it 20 pixels off the edge. We want it to be 20 pixels off the edge of whatever's above it. And in the event of an extremely small screen, we want it to stop 20 pixels short of the end of the screen. So for this next part, for the text, Android Kotlin does not like it when you hard code the text. You can hard code it, it just doesn't like it. And the reason why it doesn't like it is if you hard code it, it can't translate it. If you do it the way I'm doing it, you can actually set it up to translate uh, to, like, if someone who speaks French, for example, downloads the app, I could actually set it up where it'll automatically translate stuff into French for them. So, let's see. Like tank here. Actually, you know what? We're just gonna get all of these set up real quick. So I don't have to keep coming back into this. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot of back and forth here. And we need some background music in between. Hey, Kiri, how you doing tonight? Let's get a little bit of dance background music going here. And I want something a little upbeat. So we're going to Race Against Time by Dan Hollifield from Studio P. And volume up, so hopefully my voice will still come in over the sound of the music. Alright, so we got heavy tank, we need light mobile artillery. Light mobile art string, light mobile artillery. Mr. Talker, how are you this evening? Let's see, mobile artillery string. And heavy mobile art string. And of course, if you guys have any questions as I'm going along here, let me know. And I will answer them as best as I can. And let's see, so we got the mobile artillery done. Let's go to Light Scout Robot, the LSR. Light Scout. So this Light Scout string, Light Scout Robot. Really? Alright, and string. Big Stompy string for Battle Supremacy Robot, or Big Stompy Robot, and string Heavy BSR string, Heavy Battle Supremacy Robots. Alright. Well, it's good to see you here. Stop, feel free to stop by anytime you see me going here, so. Alright, so for the first one, let's look at string. And the first one was called Light Tank String. And set the text color to black, size to 16 SP, And that should do it. Alright. Now, this is where we go back to just design. And we need a button. But, what kind do we need? Not the kind that I'm really seeing in here, I think. What do we got here? What is this? Ew, no, it's not what I want. Might have to hand code the button in once I figure out which one it is that I want. I know what kind I want. I want to do a button that has the up and down. Like it starts at 0, and then you can hit the up or down. You can manually type in how many you want. And that, actually, you know what? That might be just the way I can do it. Is just add a text field, set it as numerical. Just let the person actually type it in. Let's first look. Let's do a quick Google search to see what we got here. Let's see, Google. Alright, so got all different types of buttons here. The thing is, button, who's got button? So it really wouldn't be a button, it would be more of a field. See, like saying, would it be easier on you to have input space for the army cost so you can build one of any size? I could look at doing it that way. That would... I would have to pull... Let's see, we can try that. I have to redo this layout though, so let's go back to split view. And that's that line. There's the line I'm looking for. And we're going to set this to 2. Horizontal. And we can change this to say enter how do I want to word this? Or how would you word it, Nick? Enter amount of credits. Amount of army credits. So we could do it like that. I would say enter amount of army credits. And then add in, let's go back to design, add a number in with that. Oh, come on, really? Ramp contact. Oof. Nope. That was wrong. 0. There we go. It's with vertical. Nope. Okay. Didn't help. That's fine. Set that back to horizontal. And we need to do a version start 20 dp just so it all lines up still. Zero there. Times number. I'll call this army credits. So then I need this particular ID to pull from that number. So to remember how to do that, I need to go back to an old program and take a look at how I did it back on this guy. So I was able to find view by E, convert it to a text to string. Oh, yeah. We're gonna just copy, we're gonna copy this out here. And I'm gonna throw that into a separate text file right quick. So we have something to go off of here. And yeah, for those who are wondering, this was one of the apps I created for work. This is the back-end code for just one of the tests that we run back to here. And we're going to take just a very quick commercial break. We're going to run a commercial for Amy Hale, and we will be right back. All right, and so that sounds like me. I know that I did this before. How much can I borrow? Exactly, Carl. Um, yeah, the apps that I created for work, a lot of that code was borrowed heavily. Um, Mainly because a lot of it was parts of it were the same. Essentially sharing the data via email. That was the same code between all the different screens, just slightly different variables on it. So let's do this. Let's go. What do we want to call this? Starting army credits equals and view by ID. It's gonna be a text view. That is going to be there. We go. Should be edit text. And it's r.id dot whatever I named that. What did I name that? Army credits. That's right. And Don says, "Why rebuild the wheel? It makes sense to borrow." Yes, exactly. Although borrowing did kind of get me in trouble at one point. Um, I borrowed a little too much. All right, so we have that. We know it's looking for that. Now I need to look back here. And we're going to say entered equals starting credits dot text dot to string. Yes, Carl, that is true. Even Windows has shared libraries, which are just code that everyone uses, and pretty much every programming language does. Most of them do have libraries that uh, everybody uses, which makes the programming language more robust that way, and then also makes it to where again you're not having to reinvent the wheel every time. So So now I need to. Oh, okay. I have to see. I might see how I did this. So I'm trying to decipher a old code that I haven't typed in quite some time. Uh, B code that language in itself that I haven't touched in over a year. So what I did was I pulled the calculated type. I pulled that from the edit text. Okay, so I pulled the edit text. I created a new value called call this string me edit. Yeah. Be careful, Watsy might try to seize control of app design languages for the new open video game license. Yeah, good luck with that one. If they want to see an uprising of a bunch of programmers suddenly turning into, we'll say gray hats, because Lord knows they won't be white, and they'll be flirting with that black hat line. Uh, so starting army edit equals starting army credits dot to okay dot text dot to string. I'm slowly remembering this. And then we want to take that and turn that into a value of I don't think that needs to be a double because I'm just gonna make that an integer. I'm gonna say to int or null, so it can be either one. And how did I do that? Oh, that's how I did that. Okay. Army credits. Available equals. Oh, this code is going to get sloppy quick if I do it this way, but it might be the only way I can figure out how to do it for now. So. Oh, lordy. This is going to get tricky. So I think what I need to do. I think what I need to do is put on music again. Yeah, definitely need music again. Alright, there we go. And alright. Let's take this back out for a second. And, oops, not open. Recent. Go back over here. Okay, so I had this all going under a button. That's why this isn't making any sense to me. Okay. What I need to do. Alright, I think what we're going to do for tonight, because this is going to take a little more research on how I actually want to do this. Because ideally, Carl, I have both cats behind my monitor, so if I disappear, you'll know why. Well, I'm not saying your cats are plotting your demise, but I'm also not saying they're not. So, my code can't stop that. My code is unable to stop anything of the feline species, so also doesn't work very well against dogs, birds, reptiles, fish. Yeah. So, anyway, back to what I was saying. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the layout done tonight. And then I'm going to have to do some research, because what I want to do, essentially, let me see if it'll at least let me run this in of course not, that's right. I remember why I quit using this for let's see if it'll actually install. We're going to run a quick commercial here, folks. I need to see about getting a certain piece of software installed here real quick so that I can try to run the emulator. So we will be back here shortly. We're going to play a couple of commercials here. We're going to start with Kat Rothermel.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I am Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Followed up by Jody McPhee.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
Okay, so apparently this computer is going to be a real pain, which is why I'm considering actually just moving all of my code over to the Mac. Even for Android, it seems to just like to work better for whatever reason. So that'll probably be a project throughout the week, is backing everything up, getting it transferred over, and making the necessary changes to the IDE to get everything to work again. But I can still kind of show you on here what I'm thinking about. So we want to be able to put in a starting Army credit amount. And once we type that in, we want this field here, total points remaining 0, we want that to update automatically, whatever is typed in here. And then what we want to do, we'll have each variation of tank, mobile artillery, and either or supremacy robot listed with a little line that they can type in what they'd like or how many units they want. And as they type that in, it automatically multiplies by a specific number. That's associated with that type of vehicle, and have it automatically update the total points remaining. So, that being said, I think tonight, like I said, is just going to be a layout type night. We're just going to, for now, even though I know I'll be able to use this. So we're just going to comment it out now. And let's go back into split view here. And we are going to make this we want to add an edit text view. Copy. And this is where you're going to see a ton of copy and paste, folks, because it's easier just to go through and do this. So we'll call this light tank quantity. And Ooh, why is that showing like that? That should not be showing like that. Why is that showing like that? Column count 2, column count 2. Both are wrapped. Oh, layout row. Duh. Alright, no, that should be right. Layout row 1. So I switch you to 0. Eh? No, that can't be right. Am I really going to have to add that to each and every one of these? I probably am. So, text view. A layout row and a layout column. Let's get some music playing here again. Actually, we want this a little louder. There we go. And I don't know if you guys can still hear me or not. Did you just Yeah. You will hear that from me. So, I need... Let me see here. Let's start here. Go layout. Row 1. Column row. Actually, if I make that 0 and 0, 0 and 0 works. Row 1, column 0. Why is it put it up that high? Yeah, we'll just keep that as is. We'll work with formatting a little later once I get this laid out. So, we're going to add these 2 lines to everything down here also. Fine. 0, 0 there. Column 1. Go. Row 1 and row 2. And now highlight both of these, copy. Paste, and we'll switch this to tank text, and this was, I believe, just tank string, and we'll switch this to new quantity. That should be row 3 and 4. go. It does a little bit. Kind of keeps the brain, for me at least, keeps kind of the brain flowing. If I play anything too slow, I'm going to fall asleep. This is going to be heavy. Goes 5 and 6. And now we got next set, light mobile. Okay. Hex. String. Mobile art quantity. And then 08. Good. Quantity, row 9, row 10, and switch that to a string. Art, X, row 11, art string, multiple art quantity, 12. Now, one thing I did remember, what I was thinking of with only being able to do 10 children per parent is actually in Swift codings. Swift is for iOS, Apple devices. That is, so when I go to do this on there, I'll have to remember that I can only do 10 things, and then I'll have to create a new grid layout. With Kotlin, the grid layouts, you can specify, as you can see up here, how many columns and rows I want. So, Carl says, I have a friend who codes in COBOL while listening to heavy metal, so it all works out. God bless them. Because I've looked at COBOL. Yeah, no, I'm good. I would rather have my tongue nailed to a table than try and figure out that programming language. Yeah. No. So we'll call this one Light Scout Text. This is going to be for the Light Scout Robot. Light Scout quantity. So we're on row 13. 14 here. And Light Scout string. Yep, there we go. Light Scout robot. We're good there. And a couple more. Text. Oh, I can't do BSR text. I have already used that game. Okay. Battle soup text. That works. 15. What do they call this? Big Stompy String, that's right. Alright, so that's 15, which means this is 16, and we're going to call this soup quantity. And last but not least, the heavy BSR. 17. Heavy. We'll call this one heavy BSR string. And heavy BSR quantity on 15. Alright, there we have it. We have the general layout, and I'll probably clean this up a little bit. I'll probably figure out how to get these moved up next door to their counterparts without being way out of line. Which I think is just a matter of let's do this. Test this on this one. One on the same row as light pink. I think part of it is our margin starts. Take out the margins. That is not all what I wanted to do. We're just going to cut this little line of code out for now, which brings that in some. Okay. Let's take out the margin end here. That doesn't really bring that in that much. Do know. Oh, I bet I know what I can do. And 20 PP. That still overhangs, really. So, shrink that up. And do a margin. Top 20. How does that line me up now? That lines me up there. Okay. Oh, it's because of how columns are split. That's right. The column is split based off of that. Okay. This is actually for. Let's go. Oops, design. Oh, that's right. I had to. Oh, wait a second. What if I didn't match parent? Nope. Grab content? Nope. That's kind of dumb. Why is that doing that? So. sizing it like this. Yeah, it'll be something I play with more. In the meantime, we're going to go back to wrap content. And let's set this, get rid of these two lovely little lines of code here. And we're going to put you back to column 0. Start key back so you can line back up. Alright, so we have the base layout, which, like I said, we'll kind of mess with that here. What I might end up doing is I don't want to make a button out of it. I'd like it to update as text is entered. That is the end goal. Because if I can figure out how to do that on this, I can actually update my concrete app to do that too. Which I know is going to require some null safety price. Yeah. Yeah, Carl, I do like that about this, how it just auto-compiles right there on the right-hand side. And I can, switch straight into a design view only. And actually just drag stuff on there as needed. Then I can go back to a split view, or if I just want to look at the code, I can look strictly at the code. But when I'm dealing with the layout files, I tend to have the split view going just so I can see what all's going on there. But I will need to figure out either how to get the error run on this computer again, or I'm going to need to transfer everything to my Mac. So, I think that is where we're going to stop this week. I know this is kind of short for my normal program. I normally go about 2 hours. Okay, now the premium's working again. I normally go about 2 hours, but like I said, this is going to require some research. Especially for the way I want to do this. What I could do for now, though, actually, I need to look up how to do that particular random number also. Another thing we're going to update on this particular app is the random number generator for the direction of the lob. Right now it's set from between 0 and 360. Well, 0 and 359 technically. That way, you can determine which way the wind blows your lob, but it's a little too precise. So we're actually going to cut that down to basically 45-degree angles. 0, of course, being true and straight, and then just kind of go around 45, 90, 135, 135, 180, etc. So, that's something else that I'll work on the next time. And hopefully by next week we will be ready to actually update the back-end code here. So, with that being said, folks, I do believe I'm going to call it a night and try to get this figured out. So, I will see you all. I will be live this evening for my Burning is Love. We're going to be doing another wood project on there. Nick, if you're still on, you will be receiving... Let me turn off the background. There we go. You will be receiving this in the mail sometime in the near future. So, once that actually dries a little more, I'll get that mailed out. And Wednesday I'll be working on a project actually for the missus that Nick helped with one of the graphics on. So, on that note, y'all have a great evening, and I will see you guys later. Thanks.